So let's talk about strokes. Um, so we are going in the chapter number 6. It is a great topic that you will love so much because it is related something important in Swift Structs. Remember that before to start the charter, it's important to mention the following. You know, um, what is the difference between class and structs, right? So remember that structs, right, is references value and class so it means that the in the memory when you compile a Swift, you are going to save a Swift is going to save the struct as a value, right? And a class they save as a references, right? So keep in mind that we will later talk about it. So as you know, we will talk about strokes, property, and methods. So working with data is defined by your own kind of data. So strokes shorten it to theirs in Swift. And struct allow to create your own custom data type and combine another. Using struct to represent the data that your Swift code is working with another US order to step back and consider how data flow through your code and fit together. And a struct can hold variables and also constants, and which is called properties, right? And functions, right? Yeah. So let's continue. So a struct is something like this. You have to define the keywords struct, the name of your structs, and then you define the property here, right? So you have that name, val name, right? It's a little bit. It's look like some closure, but it's not any relationship. But it's just like the structs, the name, right, and the property that you have. So you have here the instance that you need, and then you can call it, by the properties, right? This is the way as structs works, right? So you have the structs and also can add some arrays values, and you can save it and also run it, right? This is a structs. We can also have and also put more values, more fields or property into it, and then you can instance it, and move and show this information like this, right? And this is great how structs work. Structs is super simple. If you come from another language like JavaScript, they don't use structs, but it's very useful to do it. And also I explained you already the difference between structs and class. But you will see, you will learn so much about structs. But remember, a structs is so similar to class, right? And Swift recommend to use more structs than class, right? Yeah, because I will explain you later about the reason why in the performance impact as well, right? So this is the way as you instantiate the the structs, and also how you can call the fields, right? And there is no much things. If you want to initialize those values, you can put default values in it, right? When you initiate, instance it, and don't need to pass any initial values, right? So we can do this very quickly, or let's continue just to make sure that there isn't any other things, right? Yeah, we have a pizza here with some variables, and we are receiving that information from here. We also have these values here, and we also can initiate, initiate this one and also this one, right? Super important to do it, right? And this one, right, you have another structs with the name, right? So you have the most common way to make your own type in Swift is using structs, and structs let you to combine variables, also automatically initialize. It also are, as I mentioned, in Swift, structs are value type, right? and yeah, we can modify this and says like a value type, right? And here as a preferences type, right? Yeah, this is the way as you create your data type. And yeah, that's the way that it's worked, right? So you have here the function, and you can create your own function here. But let's take a look at this specific task or keywords that called statics, right? When you says statics, it means that it's keep, right? Like this, right? And no change. It could change, of course, because it is a bar, but there's value keep, in memory. Let me show you very quickly how it's work, right? We have this one. Let's open programming Swift here, and you also have this one, right? Yep. And you send this one and you run it, right? And see how it's work, right? Okay, so if we create something like this, like a pizza number one is equals to pizza, right? And you says, okay, give me pizza. So if I want to print, for example, print pizza one, I used to just know the name of the pizza. It's going to send you this, and we can also play, with this. I invite you, to touch Swift. It's a great language. So yeah, the name of the pizza is too easy. It's like this, right? Just to like this, right? Okay, so let's continue. We also have this specific keywords, the core count, right? And we can put here like 0, right? So if we here like put a count, the count, I see the counter, and we says count, we also can like put here, yep, like this, count plus 1, right? And says like this, pizza count, pizza 1 count, right? We can say pizza like this. Right? Yeah, we can play with it, right? It says like this, right? This is the counter that we have there, right? So if we instantiate like this, pizza 2, right? Yeah, and so on. Yeah, That's the way that statics work. So